Hello, everyone. Welcome and thank you so much for being here, no matter where you're tuning in from. We have a lot of attendees today, participants, and I'm so great to have all of you. And for those who don't know me, I'm Kina Chia from Orlando, Florida. I immigrated from Malaysia 24 years ago. I have four amazing daughters and also four beautiful grandchildren. I'm a nana of four. So today we are so happy to be together, and I was thinking that it is the coming to an end of the year. It's only less than 2 days to say hello to a brand new year. So I was thinking that what is the a great way to end this year, and is the best is to learn from the best. And today we have always had surprise in this industry. Today we have a special leaders before a very special guru come to talk to us is because my mentor Kim Hui, she's on the way home, and it is because of that another great leader, Samson, already jumped on this call. And wow, it's because since Samson is a great leader as well, has been very successful in this industry. And so that the questions that I prepared to ask our legendary leader, Kim Hui, I was thinking to get some thoughts from Samson. So Samson, are you there? Well, I can see a lot of you are here. So
I am here.
hi, Samson. Yes,
Hi, Kina.
yeah,
Hello,
yes,
everybody from around the world, literally.
Recording in
Hello.
progress.
yes. So I'm so happy to have you here. As always, you're very supportive to all of us, a great leader, and also you always travel around the globe. So today I have many questions to ask from wisdom from you and Kim, and so that I know without any delay, I want to jump on the first questions. Okay, are you ready? You're in the hot seat.
Kina. First of all, I want to thank you for
Yeah.
hosting this Zoom, and I want to say hello to everybody who you so freely opened the whole Zoom to from around the world. So everybody, give Kina a big hand. Okay,
Yes, thank you
thank you,
everyone for
Kina.
tuning in. I'm so happy to have all of you. You know, there's a saying is sharing is caring. All right. We
Yeah.
are all three community, and we definitely will want to learn together and grow and rise together. Okay.
Okay, yeah. And so those of you who know of Kina but don't really know her, I've known her for more than a decade now. Let me tell you, many
Okay.
years ago, she was, in another business, she was on another team. And one thing about Kina, I'll tell you, she's one of the hardest working people in the industry. I see her everywhere. I thought I was everywhere, but she's everywhere too. And then, but it's been great, working with her in three together as a family. And, we're lucky to have her. For those of you who are on her team, you're lucky to have her. Big
We're
mama
so
here.
lucky, we're so lucky to work together as a three big community, Samson. I know
Yeah.
you and Kim is very busy all the time, and since you're here, I definitely will not let you go, but asking you with some wisdom. All right. So, are you ready? All right.
Sure, sure,
All
sure.
these questions is they're prepared by the team. So I believe that all this, as if you at the end of today's meeting, we all will be able to get a lot of golden nuggets from you, both of you. So, what is the biggest myth about success in network marketing, Samson?
The biggest myth.
Yes.
The biggest myth. Oh, that's so many. But the biggest one, in my opinion, is this. The biggest myth is that most people just look at the top people and set it as their own goal for being at the top. That's a myth because everybody want to be there, right? And then our goal is to go this rank, this rank, this rank, this rank. It's important, but the rank is only a measure of your effort that you put in. The reality behind that, recently I heard from somebody who said, and some of you might have heard me said before, people don't respect how much money you have, they respect how you got there. So if you really want a taste of what real network marketing is, and many of you are because you're with the right team, great leaders working hard together. And, with synergy, you can create amazing journey. If it's done right, it's really amazing. And here's the thing, to get to the top, to dispel the myth, is not about anybody else. Here's the thing. I don't know if any of you have heard before, and I said it last night on another Zoom with some of you here too, but the moment you compare yourself to other people, you are going down a path of self-destruction. Okay? Let me tell you something. Most important is not what somebody else does, it's most important what you do. Because what you do, other people emanate. And because of people don't hear your words, they see your action. So don't look at what somebody else is doing. Look what you are doing. Don't make yourself the issue. Don't, there's always somebody better than us. That's how it is in life. And that's perfectly fine. Everybody have their own journey. But to get to where you want to be, know that the business is a part of your whole life. But within your whole life, it's more important to hone in those skills that will help you to be successful. So to get to the top, to shoot for a rank, that's a myth, because every single one of you already have what it takes to succeed. You just don't know it. It's like, we're all made out of this bunch of stuff that's in us, okay? Maybe our experiences, maybe our mindset, maybe what somebody else put in us, right? But so through the journey, what you're going to do is you're going to how you declutter stuff? You need to detox the stuff that doesn't serve you. It's very important. Most of people, it's funny, me and Kim were meeting of a really good friend today. We used to say the blind lead the blind. My friend said, now it's the wounded leading the wounded. You don't want to lead while you're bleeding. You don't want to lead with those junk in you that kind of, you need to cast those away and really be the real you without fear. You are powered by love for other people rather than just by yourself. So going back to what Kina was asking, what is the biggest myth? Well, it's not about the rank. You have all it takes. You just need to declutter those things that don't serve you to get to where you are. And many times for me, I find this business it can be so pure. Treat people right, treat people as if you wanted to be treated, and then declutter all those things that doesn't serve you, and then get to where you want to be. Sometimes it's more of a feeling than the rank. How's that? Okay? It's more of the feeling than the rank. Kim always talk about her first check, being so small, and she was so excited. Yet her sister say, what are you talking about? It's so small. But it's not even that. It's the fact that she got a check, right? Her first check in the industry. So all of you, 3 is a vehicle with amazing products, okay? Your job to move your business forward is to declutter yourself, do things that serve others, and you will get to the rank. You just don't want to hit the rank. You want to sustain it and beyond. Okay? And the hardest part, like building anything, is the beginning. When you build a foundation in yourself and in others, that takes the longest. But once it's ready, it's like a skyscraper. It goes up very fast, right? So there you go, Kina. I hope that helps answer your question.
It definitely has helped. I think that I have done a few of what you say that is right. And also some of it is I need to do more. It's just that.
We all do.
Yes. So I believe this question is good for you. I want to ask you, okay? So what almost broke you before you broke through?
What? Say that one more time. What?
What almost broke you before you broke through?
Okay.
Well, I just got it from my team.
Very good. What almost broke me before I broke through? Very good. I love that.
I love it too.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. It's always the doubt, isn't it? Doubt in whatever. Does it really work? Can I do it? It's always the doubt, right? Is it true what other people say, right? It's always a doubt. So my doubt was actually in my last platform. In the first week, I sponsored 20 people. Okay. And then 6 weeks later, it's still only me working. Kim said, "Oh, you got to go sponsor another 20." I said, "Okay, who am I going to talk to?" Well, lucky I live in a place where, unlike Florida, there's a lot of hills. So close to my apartment back then, I went up to the top of the hill. We all need that quiet place, right? I look down the hill and I see all these cars moving around, there's a lot of people out there. I see like the whole valley, right? I'm like, there's a lot of people out there. Of course, I have more than I'm sure I can find somebody in my list or outside my list. I just need to be open to it. So at that time was actually probably the lowest time in my business in the industry when I had no idea. And I thought I dumped all my auction jobs to just go on it full time. And yet I was barely making it about after the first 6 weeks, right? And well, somehow, or rather, in the next month or two, I sponsored another 20. And it was within those 20 that 2 or 3 people went to work. And then I start to make that consistent income, working with them, and then continually sponsoring people. And that was the thing that That was the thing that helped me break through. I always knew that I never rely on any one person to help me to become a millionaire, right? A lot of people say, "Oh my, if this person who used to be a mayor of the city, he knows everybody. If he comes into my business, oh my gosh, I'll be a millionaire." It never works that way. It's the people that you least expect, that maybe even you hardly contact ever, that somehow come in, all of a sudden, it's the right vibe, or you created the right vibe, and they're in alignment with you, and they get to work with you. I have seen this over and over and over again. So that was what almost broke me, but that's where I made the breakthrough. So Kina, that's a beautiful question. Whoever asked it is a beautiful question. And I always say this, if you never go through it, you can never teach it. Okay.
Beautiful. It's an amazing answer. This is definitely reminds me of myself. I still remember I started the business and I had about 60 people in my team, but still I didn't see much people. Not many people is building it like I did, and then slowly I continue to put more people in the team. Then I see the production. So thank you for your answer, and I can see. Kim is already so maybe we all learn from today's guest. Today's guest is very, very thank you so much, Samson. And you please stay, and we will ask you more questions about this, and maybe you can help us with it. And today our guest is very well known in this industry, and one of the top earner in this industry. And she is not only a self-made millionaire, and she also has created many millionaires, and I have learned a lot from her in the past and also in three, so that if because of her, then I can stay strong and also to be come this far, and without any delay. So with that, that is she's absolutely we are honored to have her on this Zoom. So Kim, are you here yet, Kim? I know you already signed in. Is it Kim here yet? Huh? I thought I saw Kim.
She should be in very soon if she's not here yet.
Oh, okay. I thought that I saw Kim and I admitted her. So I distracted you, Samson. Yes, definitely. Yeah, like I said just now that I started the business. I went back to Malaysia to build the business for the first time, and then still yeah, when I start to talk to people, some believe in my vision, some not yet, some might even laugh at me, but I know that deep in my heart that I know that this will work. Somehow I don't know, but I have that belief, like Kim said, that you have to really, really, really believe. So let me move on to the third questions. Okay, anyone, if you see Kim or Samson, you see Kim, you let me know. All right. So I just don't want to keep Kim wait. So okay, I will ask you these questions. What is the right relationship with money in this business?
Oh, that's a loaded question.
Yes, it's from the team.
Okay. So I just say one thing. Um, well, work hard to have production and to make money. Well, it's not how much you make, it's how much you keep. It's how much you keep. But at the same time, you got to know when to put the money back into your business. Like all of us do that. We travel, we pay for hotels, we pay for, the meetings, we pay for our coffee. So, but stay within your budget and then work within your budget. Okay. And when you do make money, you got to keep it. That's the whole thing. Right. And I would say that, look, everybody have different relationship
More
with
up and down.
some people are some people are spenders, some people are savers, some people don't know anything about money. But the most important thing is not how much you make, but how much you keep. So keep your money, but be fair, contribute together. I remember many, when I got into the industry about 20 years ago, well, Kim always taught, like, if leaders are working together, whoever, they should all contribute together. It may be in a proportion to the income, so it help fund events and stuff. That's always very good. And the old MLM is like whoever's making money pay for everything. Well, then nobody will make money then, you know. So it should take ownership. If you spend money for your business, you also take ownership of your business, and everybody needs to do that. Okay, so don't rely on anybody to pay for your coffee, pay for your dinner, pay for your lunch. It's not duplicatable. Because if you do that, your team member won't have the money to do that. Okay, so that's my suggestion, right, Kina? What do you think about that?
I learned about that from one time, one of the great leader as well is don't expect your leader to pay everything, and it's because that, remember, you only have one or two above you, okay, or more, okay, direct sponsor and your leaders, but you will have a many your teammates. So if you practice that everybody on top have to pay, then this is not duplicable.
That's right. I want to add one more story to that because, we want to create a culture of gratitude, right? For example, look, Kim, she doesn't need to do anything. She can just stay in Sedona, Arizona, play with her houses and all that, right? But she's out here. Why? Because she sees something greater for humanity. There's a huge need right now. There's a big shift. So many years ago, we always, build a culture that talks about love, gratitude, and contribution to other people, to the community. So the part about gratitude is that in when I went up the rank, every rank I went up. Let's say, for example, in my previous company, I went up to a rank that's equivalent to 4-star. I took Kim out for dinner, her husband, her son, and a couple of close, really, really close business partner. I took them out to dinner. We ate the Alaskan giant king crab. Oh my God, that thing is expensive. Okay. It's like one crab, $700. We get the giant clam, sashimi style, so it's like a $1,200-$1,500 US dollar dinner for maybe 6 or 7 people. Okay. So when I hit the next rank up, I did it again. And the next rank up was a rank equivalent to 6-star. I did it again. It was more for me to show my gratitude. Well, anyway, I mean, so for those of you who did not get a Christmas present from me, you might be on my other list. I'm just kidding. But I love giving things away. No calls this year, okay? It's okay. I love all of you, okay? But I do love to play Santa here and there, and I'm just out joking. But gratitude. This is what I did with Kim because she really, she really helped me in my business. And I think when I look back, even the first year where I met her, she hasn't changed. And it was only me that I did not take her words, her experience seriously enough. I guarantee, now I know Kim very well because I've worked with her for 20 years. Most of you don't. If you really know who she is, you just say, like, I have a lot of gratitude for her, but she has so much in her, and she has such a big heart to give that if you really know who she is, you'll be blown away. So anyway, in this business, don't let the upline pay for everything. If they help you, treat them. Show your gratitude to them. It doesn't have to be a meal. It could be just a card or whatever. It's fine too. It's just a thank you. But this builds a great culture because you know why? When it doesn't come from fear, but from gratitude and love, you have the power. You run the business using love and power versus fear. So I hope that helps. That's the attitude about money we should have. That's the attitude we should have in building the business. Thank you, Kina.
Definitely helps. I think that I did something wrong, something right, is because that I also contribute back to the team, to the society as well. So like donations and charities. So yeah, definitely this industry is when you do it right, is a beautiful place to work. So the third questions I want to ask is this is definitely something is I think is when I receive these questions, it's like, wow, how am I going to ask him? But I'm going to ask you now first. So how do you personally handle jealousy, betrayal, and people leaving?
Well, the people leave, I wish him all the best. Because I can, okay, here, so my own philosophy is this. If there are things I cannot control, I cannot spend my energy on that. Because that doesn't do anybody good. And we're in the business to create freedom. I'm not into controlling anybody. I'm not here to be controlled by anybody, right? I think none of us are here for that. So rather, anything that doesn't serve you, don't put energy in it. Just let it go. And that's how I go about my business. I do my best. I do my best in my heart for other people. And I sleep very good at night. I give my all. And look, there are people, you'll find there'll be people in the industry, no matter how much you help them, they come back to bite you for some reason. There are people like that. But what can you do? You did your best already. So I would say anything that doesn't serve you, move on. Just let them be. Because everybody, like I try to give people grace also. If it's about jealousy and all that, well, like I said at the beginning, my advice is don't look at what somebody else is doing. Just look at what you're doing. Because the moment you compare yourself, you start to self-destruct, right? A lot of doubt, a lot of, this and that, a lot of blame, and it's waste of time and energy. Your energy need to be focused in the light, in the positive. Because from that, your team will know it and feel it, and your business will go up, up, up. That's how it goes. All right? I think Kim's jumping on.
Yes, yeah, I want to say that to you that I did something right again. It's because that somebody asked me, I got a questions 2 days ago that Kina, what do you see when people leaving? Then I say that I will only work with the people that have the same vision and the alignment with me that see the opportunity in three and stay in on course with three. So thank you so much for your questions, for your answer. My questions is pretty tough, right? Yeah, how was this from the team? And
Okay.
thank you again. I hope that you stay and let's us all to stay back and learn from Kim.
Yeah.
So our guest already tuned on, and she's my mentor. She's my guru. It is because of her I come this far, and she has a very big heart, and also she has many wisdom because she has been in this industry for over 30 years and created many millionaires, and I'm so proud to say I'm one of them. So I'm forever grateful with her for her. So without any delay, so let's welcome my mentor, my guru, Kim Hui.
Oh
Kim,
my goodness. Thank you, Kina. And hello, everybody. Happy holidays. I'm so sorry. I'm a little late, but it's better be present, right? And so there's I don't want to be called guru nor teacher. I think it's now we're entering 2026. I think it's important that we work together to orientate one another. So I'm thank you, Samson, for stepping in. And it's a pleasure to be on this call as we're wrapping up this year. So I'm really excited to see what Kina has put together and for all of us. And this is unscripted, and I'm excited to looking forward to our chat today.
Well, Kim, before we go further, I want to suggest something openly because today I can feel everyone tuned on and with all the videos on. Wow, this is so close and near to one another. So I hope that we have this kind of a meeting can be able to see many leaders tuning on, like Linda McCormick, Frida, and all of you, my dear three family. All right. Kim, this is a great suggestion to have all this open meeting to on video so that we can
Absolutely.
you and see each other.
Yeah, I mean, this is the next best thing besides like having a face-to-face meeting. And now that we can see each other, having a Zoom conference, and this is what community is all about and what connection is all about. So I'm really happy for us to be all connected.
Well, it's because of Samson came on this meeting, and I have asked him a few questions, and we got the ideas, and I'm so happy for that. He gave us his wisdom and thoughts. So now on to you, Kim. Are you
Okay.
ready? Are you ready?
I am ready. Bring it on. Bring it on.
You know what? When I discussed with Kim said that okay, you can ask me anything, and I don't need to know the questions. So this is so amazing. And now get ready. The first one is what separates leaders who last decades from those who rise fast and disappear?
Well, I think that the very core goes back to the definition of leadership, right? And so a lot of times in the old days, what most people define as leadership is by pin and ranks, like what rank have they achieved. But to me, it's not what rank they have achieved or not what money they have earned, but more what journey, what miles they have walked on. And so, Kina, like yourself, the very reason you are where you are, because you have taken a lot more rejection and you have probably had a lot more tough time and you hung on. And so it's not the what separate, and I don't, and I think we're living in a time of such a shift of paradigms, of patterns, of everything we're living in right now. And so the way I would articulate it and what comes to mind at this moment is not of the ranks of the money, but much rather if it's the journey that one walks through, that walks on. And maybe I would like segue a little bit and Kina, a lot of times in this business or in any business for that matter, people only look at the end game, right? The end game is like, okay, this is my goal, this is my rank. They look for the ending, right? And there's a saying in life, it's like it's about the journey. Well, what exactly does that mean? It's about the journey. It's not the end game. I mean, if you think about this, if we all watch a movie, if it's all about the ending, all we have to do is forget about going through the whole movie, the whole plot. Just fast forward and watch the ending. And most people in the past have been looking at the ending, the rank, I'm a leader, I'm an achiever, looking at the ending of the movie. And they forgot to listen, to watch every little move, every little events that as life unfolds, as your journey unfolds, every little event that unfolds is part of the story. It's part of the beauty. It's part of the wisdom. And so, I would say that what separate I would say what separate from a leader that's like a one-time leader here today and gone tomorrow. I would question the terminology which we call a leader, right? And I think to that story, to the analogy, another thing is this, and this is for everybody as we're wrapping up 2025. I think this is very important for us to look at and evaluate our life and our journey, right? And if you look at it this way, If most people are looking at the end game, like the ultimate, I get to a 6 star, I get to a 7 star, or I get to my next million and I'll be happy or I'll be whatever. It's like imagine you go into a symphony, you listen to a music. If all we're looking for is the ending, we are forgetting the musical notes and the space between the notes, the symphony that happened for the whole symphony, the whole song. So here's the thing: enjoy every little nuances because that is part of beauty. That is part of life unfolding. So anyway, I don't want to get too philosophical, but that will be the answer. It's the miles that you walked on. It's and I'm sure Kina, you get this. Like when you're working in the business, and many leaders in this call will get this. When you're working with your team member and you're looking at somebody and somebody is talking, and a prospect, you're meeting a prospect for your team for your team member. And then before it gone too far, you kind of like, oh, I know if this person's going to join, or I know if they're going to do it. I know if they're open-minded, they're listening. You kind of knew. And then your partner, your team member go, how did you know? Are you psychic? Are you a fortune teller? No. The reason you knew because you have paid your dues, because you pay in every ups and downs as we walk on this journey. This is way beyond business for me. This is life. So as you go on to this thing, you kind of get it. You see it like it's almost like having a sense, an intuitive sense. The only way we can get that intuitive sense, Kina, is by us walking that path. And I would throw this on there. A lot of people go, I want immediate success. How come, I work this for a year, for 2 years, for 3 years? How come I'm not at the money I should be? How come I'm not at this rank? How come this? How come that? If everybody had immediate success, how do we have the depth or the wisdom to help others? So all that is part of accumulation of journey, of wisdom, experiences, things that we learn about life, about everything's how we all come together. So anyway, it's a long answer. I hope we're getting the nuggets out of that.
I got it. Enjoy the journey. I got it.
Absolutely. It's not only the journey, the journey, there's, as I look back to my 32 years, 33 now, oh my God, where did 2025 go? But anyway, so as I look back, Kina, some of my most fun journey with my beginning journeys. I was broke. I had no money at that time, but every day there was an unknown. Every day it's like it was so hopeful that you were aiming for something. And so those are my funnest journey as an entrepreneur. You know how as you grow in any business, your mindset grow and your perception grew and you expand and you look at different things and you work on different things in life. So I would say that the journey, I would look at the journey of life, of this business, of entrepreneurship, it's a dance. It's gotta, because if it's all up and all happy and all excited, it'd be flat. There's no complexity. There's no depth to the music. So enjoy every nuance of the musical note of this journey.
Well, I'm so happy that I am enjoying it so much every day.
You
Yes,
are an inspiration, Kina.
remember that now it's December. Still remember this happened in 2 years ago, where Christmas Eve, our first video launched, the 2 minutes video. Everybody was so excited about
That's
it.
right.
With a blink of an eye, it's December again. Well,
Oh my gosh, yes, we launched that video. Was it right before Christmas Eve,
yes,
right?
yes, on Christmas Eve, yes.
Ooh, goosebumps. Okay, okay.
Oh, yes.
But look
So,
at if I look back, it hasn't been an easy journey. I mean, there's just we're dealing with different times that we're living in. There's contraction in the marketplace. No, I mean everywhere, right? And with AI, with all this stuff is happening. I would say that the me now and the me 3 years ago or 2 years ago is a different person. We all grow, we all elevate, we all expand. So thank you for reminding me. My God, 3 years. 2 or 3
Definitely,
years, whatever that was. Yeah.
I do a lot in this industry and I learned from you. I still remember you say about how much you make, and I was thinking it's not about only money, but to be honest, many of us we come on board this business of dream, and dreams need, it needs money to accomplish sometimes. So when you said about you're making 50,000 a month, what are you going to
I don't
do?
think I told you that. You probably saw it somewhere else. You heard it from a grapevine. I never told you that, Kina.
Like one of the event a week income or whatever, I was thinking, wow, if I have this income, what am I willing to do? Whatever you have mentioned just now, I've been there, I've done that. So thank you for the experience, for your mentor. And of course, it's not about me today. And I want to move on to the next questions, Kim. What did you see missing in the industry that pushed you to create something new?
I don't think there was anything missing. Let me try to articulate to what's coming to my mind or what took place. I do not feel there was anything missing. I felt that there was something that it was time for all of us to do. What do I mean by that? When we're trying to fill a hole on something, we're patching something of the past. The reason why we came back out to work is because we wanted to create something new, something that will serve humanity in the time that we're living in right now. Now, obviously, 3 years ago when this calling came, I didn't know AI. I mean, I didn't go in the rabbit hole of diving into this AI stuff and how what's impact would be. But look at now, 3 years later, I mean, countless places, especially like I have a youngster at home. Wow, he's 22 years old. And it's shockingly how many college grads, his classmates, college grads are out of a job. They got college degree, they graduated, some even got master's degree, but they couldn't find a job. And so it wasn't to fill a hole, but it was something to lead us into something much bigger than what we all collectively. I mean, at least for me, what I could thought of 3 years ago when this calling came, I didn't know AI will be such an impact.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah. So it wasn't what was missing, but rather it was creating something brand new to bring
Yeah.
hope, bring light in times of great change.
Yeah, definitely we all can do more about it. Yeah, especially I don't nobody can imagine that. Okay, last time we all used to say how many 10 years and how many 5 years, but now everything is evolving and is switching so fast. Wow, AI. So, okay, what?
And Kina, I mean, let's all think about this with cameras on everybody. I mean, each and every single one of you, as you look at your life, look at what did 2025 go. It was like a blink of eye. It's almost as if the timeline is rapidly increasing. I mean, look at all this happening. And I think there is an awakening happening to humanity. So time is of essence, time is of now. So yeah, there's so much to be said, and I don't know if the 30-minute will do justice. But anyway, continue, Akina.
Yes, good. And the next question is, why do many people work hard but never break through financially in this?
Okay, I guess I would go to how we defined work hard. So there's a couple of things. Number one, people go, "Oh, I work really, really hard." Let's define hard. And let's say, for example, Kina, this is a perfect example. It happened to me years ago. Okay, 33 years ago now. I would say to my sponsor, and now 33 years ago, I got laid off, I got downsized. So it was my full-time gig. I didn't go look for a job because I did that. I couldn't find a job. So I got into this industry. So I would say to my sponsor, I said, I work really, really hard, but I'm not making it. I said, how come other people come in and they seem like boom, skyrocket to the top? And yet I have people that came in and quit. People that join me, either they quit or they don't move. Why me? Why? I'm out there hustling. At least that's what I thought. Okay. So he goes, Kim, what exactly do you do every day? See, that busyness, that working hard was in my head. You know what I did in the beginning, Kina? Because all my people that went to college with me, they work in Fortune 5, when a big Fortune 500 company with me, none of them worked the business. Either they quit or they ghosted me, right? So you know what I did? I spent a lot of my time working hard. And you know what I did? I tapped in the coal market. It was hard work. I would go to the park. I said, "Ooh, who needs this kind of business? Housewives, stay-home moms." So I would go to the park. I would create flyers. I would, back in the days, I was doing telecommunications. So I was comparing like country long distance calling rates, doing all these work, right? Analytical, and sending out flyers and putting on people's windshields, right? And I was working hard. But I didn't understand how the rule of the game worked. I didn't understand about this industry. So the working hard, it wasn't working wise. So I think it's important for us, each and every single one of us, if you're going to work this business, we have to have a thorough understanding of what business you got yourself into. Because otherwise, hard, it's not working hard. How hard can it be talking to people? It's the hardest work is in between our two ears. It's hard work when you take rejection from people, when people say no, when people don't see what you saw, when you are so passionate about the product, when you're so passionate about what we have, but people don't get it. That is hard. And so that hardness, it's not hard work, it's hardness. Hardness of humanity, hardness of emotion, hardness of how we take on to things upon ourselves, and it's projection of what people say about you. Those are the hard thing. It's not hard work, Hina. I mean, I see people working in a grocery store, lifting heavyweight or contractors, right? People who are out in the field. Those are hard physical labor. You think about it. I mean, I was at the grocery store the other day and I saw this older lady working hard as a cashier and lifting a bag of rice. That's hard work, hard physical work. So I think, it is so, I mean, this is, I would say, the accuracy of language, of naming something. When people tell you it's hard work, what is it? What is so hard about this? It wasn't the work. It's having the fortitude and the depth of understanding what this business is, and also the non-attachment of what people say about you. Because I could tell you 30 some more years later, when people you care about, people that you respected, don't have much good thing to say about the work that you do, that's hard. And so that is not hard work. That is hard word, what people say about you. And how do you integrate that? How do you take that in? And so I will share with my side of how I integrate all that. And I could say that after years of therapy, and my therapy is not going to see a shrink, but to continue on the path where people quit, people stopped, but I push forward, and not much of pushing, it was much of dancing with it. And after years of dancing with this, I come to the understanding and the appreciation of evaluating the hardness by reframing how we look at things. It's all about framing. It's about orientation, right? So how we orientate something. And by the way, I would say this. It's a reference point. Most of us, when we talk about when somebody, how they responded to us, how hard this business is, what is our reference point? And a lot of people, the reference points are off in this business because they're referencing it. It's not accurate. It's hard work. Let's reframe what that hard work is. And so, Kina, if you're not understanding it, feel free to ask me. So, because after diving into this thing for so long, literally, I mean, when we work with people, it's beyond words. There's energetic. There's a sphere. I mean, literally, like my body become. It's like I learned to listen to my body as a whole entire system. My nervous system. There's sometimes the hardness comes in when people say something about it. My nervous system literally contract. That's not empowering. But then I have to understand, okay, I'm contracting. What do I have to do to make myself expand and not contract? I contract because somebody said triggered some inferiority of what I think it is. My internal inferiority of what it is. It triggers something. That's why it was hard. It's the hardness. So I don't know if I've gone too far, but anyway, okay, Kina, pull me back. Okay, so I hope that it kind of answered.
I definitely understand what you're saying about the hard work, because all this hard work, I have been there. I have many late nights and early mornings, and I saw you too. Sometimes I text you at about 4 a.m. my time, which is your 1 a.m. You are still answer to me right away. Yes, those hard work, everybody need to put in the sacrifice as well. So yeah, definitely, I know what you're talking about. So I move on to the next question is, Kim, if you had to start again today with zero network, what would you do differently?
Well, depending on what I'm doing. Okay, so if I was gonna do, so kind of clarify for me, if I were to start from zero, what doing what? Tell me. Give me some context so that I can
In this
meaningful answer.
industry, for this
Okay.
industry, if you want to come back, like,
Okay, I never left. Okay, but okay, fine. Okay, I'm playing with you, Kina. Okay, so if I were to engage, like let's just say I'm someone new, okay, or even me, if we engage in this business and with no network, what do? You first have to understand the game. When I say, I don't mean this is a game. Life is a game, if you look at it that way, okay? You have to understand what, people, I want to learn how to build this. No, you want to know what you are building. So before you want to learn how to build it, you want to know what you're building from. So where and what you're building from is you. So what is it that you're building? Because if you don't get that story straight, all you do is talk to people. Most people, now, by the way, we love three products. We have 33 years later, magic 33, magic number. 33 years later, I'm of the belief that we have the best product in the industry, in the wellness space and the story. Okay. So having said that, most people coming in, they would love to share the product. I do too. But understand something. Why is that people will talk about the product? Product is a vehicle. It's a tool. So what's this tool to build? What are we building from? And what are we building? These are the two things that we have to identify. So I have to look at myself. If I were to engage from brand new, no network, I would say, okay, why am I doing this? And what am I building this for? That would be my thing. Because if those two things are not clear, and many of you on this phone call, I know a lot of you, your team members, your leaders, your team members, like all they talk about is product all day long. You know why? Because they have not spent enough time to identify the two things I just talked about. Where you're building from and where you're building for. So those two things, when you don't have those two things identified, the only thing we can identify is the product. Oh gosh, you gotta use our product. We got the most amazing product. You know why? Because when you talk about product, it's tangible, something that people can touch, can feel, and see. But if you were to sell product, it's almost in the beginning, you have to convince people, and it takes time. Now, and let's understanding this business model, okay? If all they're buying product, they go, oh, let me do some research. Let me study it. Let me buy one or two so that I could test it on me. If it's working, then I will do it. So again, It's framing. Now, most people go that route because that's the only route they knew. They only work on something that's tangible, that they can touch, feel, see. Because the other two, what they're building from and what they're building for, it's not tangible. It's it's been said that success is created first has to be created 2 times before it actually manifests. First, it has to be successful, created, imagined in your imagination. Then you transfer that onto paper. And the third part is you work it. You manifest of what's in the ethers, then you download it on paper, and then you have a plan to work it and bring it to reality. So most people do not do the first two part because the first two part is so simple, and yet we were so conditioned of not doing that. Just tell me, like for example, people go, well, just give me the step 1, 2, 3. Just forget about all this stuff. Give me the instruction. And I think in starting 2026, no more instruction. Instead of giving instruction, it's giving reference points. It's giving orientation. What do I mean by that? If you were to go to a new place, like for example, Kina, you're in Orlando, you're in Florida. If I'm in Florida, let's say that I'm trying to find a place to meet you, and I don't know where it is. So instead of you say, Kim, you go left on here, right turn, go straight, go first light, second light, turn left, turn right. Instead of all that, you're going to help me orientate. I must first know where I am. And then you give me a landmark of where I would know. Say, Kim, do you know what, can you find Disneyland? I said, I could, that's a landmark, okay? So what you say, okay, you find Disneyland, then that's how you're gonna get near me. Oh, so you give me a reference point. So what you're doing and what we're gonna do as a team is that we're gonna help orientate. Instead of Q&A, no more Q&A, okay? I mean, not no more, but what I'm saying is instead of just having the answer fed to us, you have to integrate that. Because every single one of us, we are servicing as a guiding post, as an orientation for one another. So I am no guru, I am no teacher. What I am is I am offered as a reference point, or we help people to orientate. And by that, and we're going to talk more about it when I'm in Asia, Kina. We're going to have 2 events coming up next month in Asia, but I don't want to spill the beans. But anyway, so, okay, yeah, I hope that I don't, did I answer your question, Kina?
Yes, your answer to my questions, I got the answer is I must know my why. And also when I know my why, my dreams, and I will find a way instead of excuses.
100%. Look at you. You have what, 5 girls or 4 girls? 4 girls, right, Kina?
Girls.
4 girls. And look at you. How did you build your massive network? You moved from Malaysia to Florida, and you were a stay-home mom, weren't you?
Yes.
And in this industry, you make millions. And you work hard, right? I mean, talk about not only the hardness of words, that the responses, but you work hard because being in Florida, you have to support people from different parts of the world. Now, when there will come a point in your business that you work hard in supporting your group, especially in the times that we're building a global community, a global business.
Well, Kim, when you say that I joined the business from the homemaker, a mother of 4, actually, I just want to make some grocery money. It's because of your inspiration, and also I work hard. I make a fortune. All right. Okay, so this I'm forever.
I want to say something about that. There's so much truth to that. I remember after I had Huey, after I had my son, then I came back out to the industry. That was 2000. The Huey was almost a year old, so that would be 2004. Okay, I came back out to the industry 2004. I mean, I joined way before then. I kind of stopped for a little bit, and I came back out in 2004. I remember now, I was married to a doctor, okay? So, and I don't want to rely on his money. And every time I go shopping, I don't want to have to say, hey, can I have some money? Can I have some grocery money? I didn't want that. So I want to make my own money. So in the beginning, I thought to myself, wow, okay, if I can make $100 a day, this is 2004, okay? I thought to myself, and Huey is at that time was only like not even a year old, right? So I said, if I can make $100 a day, that would be very nice grocery money. So, 1,000 a day, that's like 3 grand a month. Okay. So and then I remember my husband goes, oh yeah, that's pretty good money. So at least, you can do grocery. I thought to myself, well, not only that, if I want to buy a Chanel purse, I don't have to ask him, because if I ask him for money, he would say, well, why you need a Chanel? Why don't you get a Target? Go to Target and get it back. I don't want to go Target and get it back. So by the way, those of you in the United States, Target means Target. We have a store named Target. But anyway, so I say no Target, okay? I want a designer handbag. But anyway, but if it's meant to be, it's up to me. So I started working hard. When $100 a day start coming in, I go, oh, this is really cool. Then it go, ooh, $500 a day. Wow. Then $1,000 a day. Wow. And so it just, our horizon, our vision of possibilities expands. So we all started, Kina, me, Samson, we all started small. And I mean, I don't know if Samson's still on the call. I remember in the old days, Samson, when he was an auctioneer, I said, Samson, how much money do you want to make? In the very beginning, he said, well, you know what? If I can make a couple of $1,000 a month, I can, walk away from my auctioneer job, And so we all started like that. And the difference is of the people that made it and people that don't, is they quit. And people quit for different reasons, and there's no right or wrong, no judgment. It's every stroke for different folks. So I just want to make it very clear. It is such life work, such life work. The side benefit is working it on the business side that you reap the benefits, but the work that you get to do is you get to look at life and see life from a whole different sense and different perspective. Yeah.
Yeah. So Kim, I learned a lot from you, and also I'm a very coachable one because we need to keep the meeting within an hour. So I have some questions, and I guess that I need to continue to ask you when I see you in Asia. But the last questions I want to ask you is, if you could sit across the table with your younger self, what warning and what encouragement would you give to yourself?
Go sing, go dance, go enjoy the world. Whatever people, whatever reaction, response, it don't matter. You just need to go dance. If somebody were to tell me 33 years ago that someday, all this will happen, but somehow I kind of knew, but not at this magnitude. Okay. So go listen. This is the thing. This is what I would say to myself, my younger self. Listen to what's in your heart. All the other stuff, statics, happens. Not only in this platform, it happens in life. So listen to the signal, and that signal your heart is sending out, your higher self is sending out the universe. There's abundance out there. So I would say go dance. Dance to the rhythm. There's upbeats, there's notes that are not too high, but that's what makes a beautiful music. And the space between the two notes, enjoy it and truly enjoy. And I would close with this, and I know this is the last question, Kina, is this. This thing called life. A couple of years ago, I watched my mother walked off her body. I watched the light left my mom's eyes. And now my daddy, a couple of days ago, we celebrated his 99th birthday. And I get to spend, some quality time with my son because he's back from college and he's home the last couple of days. I get to witness different spectrum of age, different stages of life. So I would say to everybody here and beyond, just enjoy life. This short glimpse, it seems a long time, 99 years, 100 years, blink of an eye. really. So what we, while we get the blessing of spending our time together, enjoy it. Enjoy every single bit of it. And oftentimes, whatever your friends say to you that you took it in as not positive, as a rejection, don't pay too much attention to that. Let it go. Those are some of the notes that makes your music beautiful. Those are some of the notes that will make you grow as a human being. So I'm so grateful the last couple of years meeting with this incredible group of people here. And thank you for you have enriched my life. And in you, by interacting with you, Kina, and many people here on this call, I've grown as a human and I've grown beyond measure. So I'm grateful. Thank you so much, Kina. And thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much, Kim, for your wisdom. You're very, very generous sharing with us. I can feel your heart, and also the journey that remind me that from the day one I met you, you're my idol. So you say that you're not guru or whatever, but you definitely has changed my life. A lot of people knows me that I work hard. It's because of Kim. So thank you everyone. Also, and thank you for Samson answering to a few questions. And definitely we all have learned from Samson and Kim. So we are forever grateful to this three community that has brought us together. We rise together for a new coming year. We will just do our best and live for the moment, just like Kim said, that enjoy and dance, okay? No, dance under the rain or whatever. So thank you everyone for being here. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. Wishing you all a wonderful start to a new year, and good night. Take care. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye, everybody. And thank yourself. Kina, thank yourself. Everybody, thank yourself for showing up to life. Thank you.
Yes.
Happy holidays. Happy New Year. See you guys.
This is a wonderful session with over 200 people. So I would love to do all this. And maybe in the future we can do more at this.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Bye-bye, everybody.